Look, if you do not have proven ads and frameworks, hiring UGC creators are gonna burn through your budget. Plus, you're waiting weeks for deliverables while your competitors are testing 20 times faster. So, in this video, we're gonna cover why smart brands are hiring UGC creators and the exact workflow that flips the entire model upside down. Now, don't get me wrong, hiring UGC creators is amazing because the content is authentic. And if it's authentic, people are gonna trust it. And if people trust it, it's gonna convert really well. And when the content feels more natural and authentic, instead of being polished and put together, it makes it way easier for someone to connect and engage with what they're watching. But here's the challenge. You are gonna need tons of creative to test what's actually working. And that means you're gonna be managing creators, timelines, hooks, scripts, scattered across a ton of emails, deliverables, Dropbox links, Google Drive links, and a lot more. While all of that management is gonna cost you a fortune. And most UGC creators are gonna charge a few hundred or a few $1,000s per video, while you're still gonna need a lot of variations. So to get anything worthwhile with the amount of variations you're gonna need so that you don't have ad fatigue and you could test different hooks, scripts, styles, it's gonna cost a lot of money. Not including, it's gonna cost a lot of time. And in today's world, you need to be able to test aggressively and scale what works quickly. All the major brands, if you look at their meta ad library, you are gonna see that they are testing aggressively with a lot of ads. And so the UGC model that worked for a while just doesn't work the way it needs to. And that's where this workflow comes in. Here's what the smartest brands are doing instead. They're using a tool like Creatify to generate hundreds of ad variations with AI and AI avatars that write the script, that put together the video, that do everything for you. And they look and feel completely real. And if you don't believe me, check out the videos on the screen. These are all AI avatars. And yes, I happen to be a human, but everything you're seeing looks and feels authentic. And you're getting all of this without managing creators, waiting on deliverables, or paying $1,000+ per video. Now, let me give you a lay of the land of some of the most valuable tools inside of Creatify that you could use in whatever combo that you want to get the most you want, as soon as you want, anytime you want. First, let's talk about the AI avatars. There are over 1,500 different avatars you could choose from that are made with the Aurora model. So that means you could filter for the right look, feel, background, everything for your target audience. And the Aurora model is insane because it'll create realistic facial expressions with natural delivery. You could pair any of these avatars with any script you want. And you could also create a custom avatar. So if you want to use a picture of your founder or someone on your team and generate an avatar, you could do that as well. They also have the best-in-class URL to video tool. So what you do is you could paste in any product URL, whether it's Shopify, Amazon, or your website, and Creatify will pull all the key info, product details, benefits, images, testimonials. Then it'll populate all of that into Creatify and then generate scripts based on proven frameworks using all your key information. All you need to do is review it, make adjustments where you like, and generate videos. Literally in minutes, you could go from a URL to a finished video that is made for a specific target audience. And this is honestly just scratching the surface of what Creatify offers. Now, let's say you are low on creative ideas, or you just saw an ad that you love from a different brand and you want to do your own version of it. Check this out. Creatify has top ads of the week where you could go in and see which ads are performing best across the internet. And then with a click of the button, you could create your own version of it. And the best part is that URL to video tool we talked about earlier. Let's say you did that for a product. Well, you could take all that info it's already pulled and drop it in to recreate a brand new ad with a trending video. Now, with all of that on the table, there are way more tools that Creatify offers. But one last thing I do want to mention is their launch feature. You could actually launch any of the videos you generate directly to Meta, TikTok, and Accent. That means this is a full suite tool from beginning to end. That means you could ideate, generate, produce, create variations, do all of it, and then launch the ads in one platform. So we're going to talk through an exact workflow that will take you from a beginner to an expert and save you tens of thousands of dollars with UGC creators by using this one method. And if you like what you're seeing so far, click that first link down below to get started with Creatify. You could get started for free, test out some of these features, and start creating videos right away. So the first step in launching your campaign, you're going to want to create a batch of videos. You're going to do that by using the URL to video tool. Just drop in the URL, pick which format, size, and target audience you want, then select 2 UGC-style avatars that match your target audience to generate the ads. Use this method twice to generate about 6 different ads, 3 from each variation. Then you'll take those 6 to 9 ads and then run them as test campaigns inside your ad platform, whether that be Meta, TikTok, or Accent, and again, you could do it right inside of Creatify. Now, the total time to get this up and running, set to go, and launch is less than 30 minutes. Now, part 2 is you check back in a few days or about a week and you start to track and see what's working. You're going to look for what has the highest click-through rate and what has the lowest cost per acquisition. Now, let's say video number 2 and video number 4 are doing really well, and they have the same avatar. Well, you just learned that your audience and that avatar are really syncing. So you can now create even more variations using that avatar. And that way you could test different hooks, different call to actions, and even different messaging. So you continue to refine the process. And then this is gonna take you into a flywheel where you'll just continue to optimize over and over and over again. And remember, you're doing this all from your laptop. So you're not waiting on creators, on contracts, on waiting for payment to go through for a creator to send you a video. This means that what would have taken 3-4 months before can get done in a month. You generate ads, you test them for a week, and then you double down on what's working, then you generate more ads, double down on what's working, and do that again and again, which leads us to phase 3. Once you validate what converts, it's time to scale. Now you create dozens of variations with winning elements, whether it be hooks, avatars, call to actions, whatever it may be. Now, a few pro tips as you're getting started. When you select avatars, select the best avatar for the target audience. So instead of focusing in on avatars that you relate with, focus on who your target audience would relate with. And that means even if you have the same store, but you have different products that are targeting different age ranges or different types of people, maybe one's more casual and one's more professional, you could choose the right avatar for those audiences. Then you also want to make sure the avatar matches the platform. If you're running ads on LinkedIn versus TikTok, they should look and feel different. With TikTok, it's going to be more casual and authentic, and with LinkedIn, it's going to be more professional. And third, make sure you know where your ad is showing up in the buying process, the funnel that the customer is in. So if they've never heard of your brand or they have visited your website multiple times, those ads should be completely different. Someone who's visited your website may be on the fence of buying, maybe because of the price, or maybe because they don't know if the value of what they need is there. Now, someone who has visited your website a few times but has not bought yet is in a different place, so you may want to highlight a specific pain point or share a specific testimonial in the ad that helps them understand of like, hey, I've been using this product for 30 days and I love it because X, Y, and Z. That type of ad is going to do a lot better with that type of customer as a retargeting campaign versus someone who's never heard of the brand. Now, in today's world, real creators still have a place in the market, but it has shifted. Before, they were the only way of creating authentic videos. But today, with AI avatars and specifically Creatify's Aurora model, you can generate dozens of ads in minutes. And if you are a performance marketer where you need to test fast and scale what works, AI avatars give you the advantage. If you're ready to get started with Creatify today, there is a free tier so you could get in there and test this workflow for yourself. Just click that first link down below in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.